Hello, this is Yomakurai.
Hello, this is Keiko Misu.
Last time we tried out the Ultimate Game Master, the Acadia.
That's right.
Since it shares a platform with the Traverse, a lot of people compare it to the Traverse, but in reality, it's the ultimate American model.
That's right. Under the Game Master Group, which is famous for American SUVs, it's a luxury line along with Cadillac.
So, Game Master also has the ultimate model and also the ultimate front-wheel drive model.
Among American SUVs, it's considered the most luxurious vehicle, and among front-wheel drive vehicles, it's the most high-end. So,
today, we'll find out why it's called the ultimate model. We've already had a sneak peek at the ultimate model, and it's different. Let's check out what makes it different from now on.
There's always something I look for when I check out a car.
Lately, build quality has become more noticeable.
I often talk about build quality and paintwork, and Game Master has always been a brand known for its excellent paintwork. So, when you think of American cars, what else comes to mind? Automatic car washes, automatic car washes. Where are the world's best automatic car wash machines made?
It's here, it's them, yes?
America.
That's what we see at gas stations, right?
American companies? The United States invented machine car washes, right? So which paint can handle machine car washes? The paint on American cars is good.
It's the same for Ford and Game Master, but you started teaching me about paintwork, sir. So when I looked at the cars closely, honestly, the United States is good, Germany is good, but only our country is the worst. Why is that? If you look at it like this, you can see a lot of bumpy orange peel.
I showed you a YouTube video not long ago, right? A foreign technician came to look at a Korean car and said, "Ah!
Ferrari, Ferrari, Ferrari." The older gentleman asked, "Did they paint this twice?" That's what they meant, and it's true. Like this.
When you paint it like this, it always gets cut off.
Wow, you're right, but it's amazing.
If you look at this, it's really smooth. The brush strokes feel very soft and smooth, and honestly, there's nothing more to say. It's really good, but the quality of the paint job itself is a bit disappointing.
Just to be clear, it's not that domestic cars are bad. That's not the case either.
It's not fair to say they're bad.
But that's the case with mass market brands, and Genesis actually does a pretty good job. That's what matters, right? Yes, it's not that they can't do well, but when there's Genesis that can and does do well, it's a bit disappointing for the mass market Hyundai Motor Group. That's how I honestly feel. Now,
before we discuss build quality, let me first ask, what do you think about the emotional quality of American cars?
I think they're sturdy, but a bit rough.
As for the emotional quality of American cars, even though I'm in this business, there are some things you just have to give up on.
That's not true. You don't have to give up anything.
Even Tesla, which sells well now, is notorious.
Because it's Tesla, yes.
But the United States also has luxury brands. The one we typically know is Cadillac. Cadillac, right? Cadillac is pretty good since it's American premium. But under Game Master, along with Cadillac, there's one more luxury car brand.
That's GMC.
GMC, as we saw in our previous video. The panel gaps are good, and the build quality and assembly finish are excellent. The fit and finish are really nice, especially the tail lamp finish. The assembly, panel gaps, and finishing are all very well done.
So even though it shares a platform with the Traverse, it's much more luxurious, right?
When I looked at the panel gaps and assembly quality, I was really surprised. I honestly didn't expect it.
But the thing is, didn't we do a group test drive not too long ago? The feeling I get now, being here at the Must, is completely different from when there were several cars during the group test drive.
Would you like to open it? As we open the back, people who saw this car on display at our store today said it looks really expensive. And when you look at it separately, it really is expensive.
Why is that? Back then, with about 20 Palisade owners and even the team leader being a Palisade owner, it just felt like the design was comparable to the Palisade. But now that we have it here today, it looks really luxurious, doesn't it?
It's really luxurious, so I think it has that unique American premium feel to it. All right, this vehicle is the Traverse from Game Master, and it's a front-wheel drive based engine. It comes with the main engine, the 2.5 turbo, and it produces about 330 horsepower. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As I mentioned before, if you just look at it like this, the finish is so clean that you might wonder if this is really a Game Master car. That's why I said this car feels a bit like a luxury brand. Of course, putting aside the functional aspects and things like that, when it comes to the simple visual and emotional elements, it definitely has a bit of a luxurious feel.
The engine is surrounded. This is a turbo, right? It's finished off neatly like that with a clean cover.
So these parts are definitely a bit different.
It's definitely a bit different.
But still, the bulging part on the side here, I wonder why they don't finish this part. This is an American car, right? Other than that, they've done a pretty good job finishing the engine and the hood.
It's really changed a lot. They're changing again.
Someone said about this car, that it doesn't sell well even in America. But if you look at the price of this car in the United States, it's over 100 million won.
It doesn't sell because it's over 100 million won.
That means it's a luxury car even there since it's over 100 million won.
So from the perspective of a Palisade owner, you might want to say, hey, the Palisade sells more. But honestly, at that price range, it's just not possible to sell as many, right?
Just like the GV80 sells less than the Palisade in Korea, it's a very expensive car.
Yes, yes, yes.
And since this one is also front-wheel drive based, its structure and things like that are almost the same as domestic cars. In this class of front-wheel drive cars, they're pretty much similar. The engine is now mounted transversely with the transmission attached. Look here, it has a core mount. That's impressive.
On the part where my finger is pointing above. So yeah, this part right here is really impressive.
So in the case of Game Master vehicles, starting from the Traverse, and also with the Acadia, even from the previous generation, it's been like this. The suspension is from companies under the GF group like TRW or Sachs.
Does this have a GF suspension? Yes, yes.
So it's famous for using that?
So that's why it was different.
This car also has a Sachs type, yes, frequency selective damper, and the ride quality was pretty good.
Frequency selective damper.
It's not the same.
It's more like a filter mesh. If you look, yes.
The measured frequencies differ greatly.
The range is different, and what they correspond to is also different.
The range of change is also different, and the way it's finely controlled and emotionally conveyed in that section is also different.
That's right. The roads are different too, and of course, those who only drive on the Autobahn go over 200 km/h.
It's a car that made me feel good emotionally too.
I really got a good feeling, just like you said. Earlier, we quickly checked the undercarriage first. Wow, this structure is truly the ultimate front-wheel drive.
So the level is... So I talked about Peli, and Peli is definitely high-end.
You heard that as a joke. Even if Peli doubled in size or weight, he'd still likely struggle with lower body strength. Please start by looking over here.
And now let's take a quick look at the front wheelhouse before we get started. Wheelhouse. I've already removed the front wheel. The wheel is off, but I had a 22-inch wheel with 275 tires on it. The tire was so heavy when I was taking it off, I thought I was going to flip over.
It's really big. Compared to the Palisade, this one definitely seems to be in the full-size class. It's really something.
The brakes are cast iron 2-piston brakes, and the disc size isn't that big. It's got a 320mm disc, and the braking performance was just okay.
It was okay.
It was okay, but it wasn't that good.
So I expected more because it's an E-Class Giant, right? It wasn't lacking, but it wasn't more than that. Yeah.
So the brake was just average?
No, it's not like it was something like Alcon or anything.
This one. But the thing is, you could probably put it in because the wheel offset is good. Yeah, and since the wheel offset is good, you can probably upgrade the brakes without changing the wheels. So I think that's a good spec. All right, let's take a look at the suspension first. As you can see here, it's got an aluminum mount applied. And at the top, if you look at the shock absorber, it's the usual type we're familiar with. Interestingly,
yeah, that's right. Hyundai enjoyed this and it looks similar to that method.
It's a common method, but if you look, the size of this housing is huge. For domestic cars, it usually ends around here, but this housing is this big.
So it's not exactly the same, is it?
The structure is similar, but even though it's the same method, it's much sturdier.
So the area where this bracket holds is about 1/3 larger, right?
And Game Master vehicles often use suspension dampers from ZF, so they're known for using a lot of ZF or Sachs products. So the previous Traverse also had ZF suspension, and this one does too. So the suspension setup was really good.
Oh, did it feel different? Yes?
It was really good, and if you touch places like this, you'll notice it's different. Wow.
No, seriously, the range is impressive, and it's sound-absorbing material both front and back. That's different.
It's sound-absorbing material, and as you can see, it's been molded like this. If this sags, yes, or maybe to further enhance its sound-absorbing function.
If you look and touch inside, as we saw earlier, there's soundproofing in the back.
You can feel the soundproofing material, right?
They've put in something like wool, the kind used for sound absorption in speakers.
Could you take a look at this side? It's similar. Why do they keep calling this American Premium? Because please take a look at the finish. Honestly, we don't expect much from American cars when it comes to finishing.
We couldn't expect much before, but I agree that's changed.
But this one, even though it's an American car, the finish is so clean and it feels like this.
I see. Yes, that's right. Yes.
It feels like that. And you can tell just by looking at places like this. Look here, try touching the brake line.
Oh, wow, it's really thick. Wow, it's way more elastic than the rubber bands we use when we work out. And the brake.
The line here,
Like this.
it goes up here and the engine heat comes out, right? Now there's insulation there.
Wow, so that's how it is.
Since it's a transmission, next to the transmission.
Next to the transmission, yes, even things like the bracket or even this could work, right? That's amazing.
This silicone is now a structural adhesive, so it's used to increase the rigidity of the car body. That's why, if you look at old car catalogs, they used to advertise how many meters of structural adhesive were applied.
That's right, that's right, that's right.
It's now used so often and is twice as common, so they stopped advertising it.
What is this? Wait, does the Lake line do things like this too?
That's right, they've done it. There's insulation inside, and look at this too. Not long ago, yes, it was the BYD Dolphin, the compact car. They also wrapped it up before clamping, remember?
This one too, right?
They wrapped this up too. After wrapping it, they put a fork cap on the wire so that it wouldn't get damaged by things like tires or rocks. Wow, they did a really good job. It's neat, isn't it?
It's not an American car.
So it's a kind of vibe you couldn't see in American cars.
So it had that vibe. When you think of American cars, you just think of a sturdy body. That's the main thing, right? And then the finishing is just however they want. That's how it usually was. Honestly, that's true. But Legium is different.
These guys definitely have a more premium feel. Yeah, let's go to the back. Okay.
I'll also check the spraying mechanism.
If you look at the spray, it's different too.
What?
The covering is done really well, right?
Wow, this is insanely well done.
It's done really well, but they also brought it all the way down.
No, it's completely ruined. Everything except the shock absorber area is exposed.
So they left only what was absolutely necessary, and that's really impressive.
No, but at this level, even compared to German cars, the range and materials used here are really the best materials.
These are used at the top level. This defines it as a luxury car, even among unique cars.
It's more than enough.
That's right.
It's more than excellent. It's crazy.
It's a luxury car, and if you look at it like this, well...
What is this?
The mount for the shock absorber is made with an aluminum bracket on the chassis like this.
That's really unique. Usually it's held like a tripod, right? This method...
It was cool.
This method of ours, yes.
Volvo?
Volvo used this method. XC90. Ah, wow, even this one is like this. So they introduced and used various methods.
So there must be some advantages to doing it this way. You can make the interior space more spacious.
Ah, I see. Doing it this way increases the interior space and the shock absorber's stroke length.
Now the shock absorber doesn't compress as much. This one is a large model, right? It has 3 rows. So these guys also, this is the new platform, right? It's the second generation. So with the second generation platform, they're also going to try to maximize the interior space and things like that. So that's how it is. Do you want to take a look at the diameter of the shock absorber?
Wow, even if you call this a shell case, it's still big.
It's really thick, isn't it?
It's really thick, isn't it?
You can't really tell, can you?
Hey, what's this?
Here you go. The thickness is listed as 52 mm52. Wow. What kind of car has a similar weight to this?
The weight? Yes.
Carnival.
Carnival or GV, that's right.
Carnival, this is...
This Carnival, yes. The Carnival was 52, right?
Yes.
How many Carnivals have a similar weight to the Carnival?
Is it 45 millimeter?
45. 7 millimeter, wow. Even a 1 millimeter difference is big. A 1 millimeter difference really matters. But 7 millimeter is even bigger. 7 millimeter diameter.
So this is a cylinder, right?
Since the cylinder itself is big, the capacity is large too. So compared to that, this one is high capacity. Yeah, no matter what, that one over there is almost like a small one.
That's right. It doesn't feel good, you know? The back brakes are just regular ones too.
The brakes are drum brakes, and to me they look pretty solid. But for the ultimate American car, yeah, this is a bit weak. If we're going all the way today, let's do it. That's the vibe I'm getting. Looking at the pad area, I noticed something unique. I've never seen this before.
Even the clouds differ here, according to this pad sensor.
Pad sensor.
Yes, when it's time to change the pad, the sensor will show an alarm or warning.
There's something like this, yes.
Oh, for domestic cars. Domestic cars use the brake oil level to trigger the warning light. When the brake oil decreases, yes. As the hydraulic cylinder comes out, the brake fluid level decreases. So that's one way to check it, but this one has a sensor directly on the pad, so it directly triggers the warning light.
That's impressive. Yes, a luxury car is truly a luxury vehicle.
Now, even seeing something like this, it's rare to see American cars. Yes, and if you look here, you can also see the rear brake hose clearly. It's nothing special, just a hose, but still.
But honestly, people mess around with things like this a lot, right?
Now, what kind of role does this play? If you look here, you can see the muffler, right?
The heat from the muffler back there, yes.
The heat too.
The heat too. Ah.
It blocks a bit, including some heat, especially on unpaved roads with small stones and similar debris. When foreign objects hit, it's different if they hit the hose directly versus when there's a shield protecting it. Consider this. Car companies focused on production costs are thinking about adding one to each side. That shows how much they value it.
From their perspective, I'm impressed by how thoroughly they've handled things, even in places you can't see now.
Yes, that's right. We'll talk more about it later, but do you want to take a look at the muffler?
You can now see the amazing multi-links.
Just by looking at the arm size?
Wait, this is strange. No, but the middle part is split.
Attach the Geiger steel symmetrically.
They welded the two together like flipping two shock covers and attaching them. That's pretty strong. This is one link, but without me knowing, one of them is like this. Yeah, it's crazy, I just don't know. Yeah, if it's the other way around, I can see why that's a bit disappointing, you know?
Yes.
Because the specs are really good, but the other things are just amazing. So actually, I realized that only something of this level of standard would be satisfying.
Even if it's not to that extent, since it's large, heavy, and high-end, wouldn't it be better to at least have something like a poppy in the front? That's a bit disappointing.
But it's amazing, yes.
Now let's take a look from underneath. Yes.
Now I can really see why it's so urgent, right?
Let's take a look from the front. As you can see, this car is a 2.5 turbo gasoline. But don't you feel it looks really slim?
No, it's slim. It really is slim. Chief, yes.
This one, well,
René.
Leisure.
When we usually talk about domestic cars, the black car, right, do you want to talk about that? Well, the oil pan can be black, and some are silver too. Usually one side is the engine and the other is the transmission, right? But that's not true here.
It pretty much feels like an integrated module.
Why is this Renault? Yes.
And first of all, their oil pan is made of alloy material like this.
Renault, really? Renault, what?
But what surprised me when I saw this car was, wow, Game Master is really serious about packaging, because this packaging technology is amazing.
It's really amazing, isn't it? Because,
The Palisade also changed to a 2.5 gasoline turbo, right? That's right.
It's packed.
That one is also really packed, but this one is fitted very slimly inside the member size right now.
It fits in tightly and still has room left, yes.
So the transmission is also very slim.
That's right.
It's an 8-speed automatic transmission, and the transmission is very slim, and it's really well packaged with the engine.
I understand why Mr. Banjang is so impressed by this feeling. Last time, when we analyzed the Palisade's next generation hybrid with the 2.5 gasoline turbo engine, you mentioned this.
It couldn't come out with 8-speed, right?
Right. What that means is you have to fit the transmission inside this structure.
The packaging doesn't work.
That's right. This packaging technology is really incredible.
Since the packaging failed, they switched to 6 layers, but still couldn't fit it in.
So wouldn't it be difficult to put it in the Carnival right away? You also mentioned that Japan is facing the same issue because of this, right? That's correct, that's right.
So that's why, but you keep getting compliments. This packaging is really impressive, isn't it? Moreover, it's not just front-wheel drive, it's all-wheel drive.
It's all-wheel drive.
It's all-wheel drive. But what's another thing Game Master's all-wheel drive is famous for? The 3-wheel switch hub, all-wheel drive.
There's the switch hub too, yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Switch hubble to 4-wheel drive. Would everyone like to see this?
Let me briefly explain what switch hubble is. It can switch between theory and 4-wheel drive, right? You can also turn it off, right?
Just like that, you can put it in 4-wheel drive and control it automatically. But when you don't need 4-wheel drive, you can completely turn it off.
That switch hubble and 4-wheel drive are finally being revealed. What are they?
It's the front transfer case.
Transfer case, wow, but this also looks really sturdy, yes.
It's really big. I mean, it's not just sturdy, it's also big. The size means, can it send a lot to the back?
Including durability, it can definitely send a lot of power.
So this is a front wheel based vehicle, but the size of the transfer case is also enormous, really enormous. And if you look here, there's an actuator, yes.
Switch hub.
For 4-wheel drive to operate as 1-wheel drive, yes, it cuts off the power to the rear wheels, right? But how about domestic front-wheel based 4-wheel drives? In front of the differential?
Yes, yes.
You know the front coupling? It always causes problems.
Ha ha ha. So what you're saying is, in our country's way, this would be something that's supposed to be in the back, right? That's correct. But is there a reason why it's in the front?
The reason it's in the front is because if this breaks, the drive shaft, which is the power source going to the back, won't turn either.
That's right, that's right. And that's the reason why it's placed in the front.
It's safer to disconnect it here while it's turning than over there.
It also functions as a switch hub.
But that's right, isn't it?
I mentioned this earlier, but if you look at it, even though we say it's a front-wheel drive layout, usually in a front-wheel drive, the engine is here and the transmission is over there. But in this one, if you look at the structure, it seems like they're together as one. You know how rear-wheel drive cars have a longitudinally mounted engine? It kind of feels like that.
So this packaging is really impressive. I mean, I've worked on cars for a long time too. And when I see this, I think, wow, this packaging is amazing.
So it's packaging to maximize front-wheel drive potential, right?
They managed to fit this in here, that's what I think. Because this car has 330 horsepower, even though it's a front-wheel drive based transmission, it needs to have a large-sized torque converter, which means it has to be quite big. But even with that large 8-speed transmission, the 2,510cc turbo engine, the all-wheel drive switch, and even the front transfer case for the Hubble system, they managed to fit it all in very slimly.
That's right. Even though they put in such a large capacity, they managed to fit it in here. It's impressive engineering.
And to add a bit more explanation, American cars never fall behind when it comes to capacity limits because American cars are really sturdy.
You need sturdiness, and they're tough. They can handle rough use, go off-road, and serve different roles.
You also need to consider long-term durability.
Right.
So if you look, you know the suspension frame we always talk about?
Yes.
The suspension frame isn't something that's lower grade compared to luxury cars or anything like that.
That's not the case.
That's not it. Want to take a look?
So you can get a sense of the thickness.
Yes.
The board here is thick too.
It's thick here too. It's amazing.
It's amazing, and you're filming from the side too. Even from here, it's really thick. And the side part also has an incredible height and width. It's really wide too.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
It's amazing, and here you can see this reinforcement.
This is one layer.
It's been reinforced even more.
It's done again.
I made your cross member and then added another layer on top of it to reinforce it.
Yeah, it's already sturdy, but I reinforced it one more time.
And what's even more amazing is, look, the cross member ends at the front.
The end of the cross member on this side.
It ends here. There's another one in the front.
Oh, there's another one here in the front.
There's also a front lower member of about this thickness here in the front.
That's really impressive. Not long ago, we saw this kind of structure in the compact car Dolphin, but that one was in the rear, not the front. That was impressive too, but here you can see they've reinforced even the front. And what's amazing is this insert.
Yes, this bolt goes right through here. So since there's threading from the inside, the bolt will move like this, right? To prevent it from moving under load, this is reinforced in an amazing way like this.
No, this is the first time I've seen something embedded in the front.
This one is really a big accident.
Me too.
I think I can have a bit of confidence like, I won't die. If you look, there will be a roll bracket at the top of the Mission, and there will be a roll bracket at the top of the engine. Is it a 4-point type? There's a center roll bracket in front.
There's one here at the front and there's also one at the back. Oh, that's crazy. It's almost my first time seeing a roll bracket of this size at the back. It's enormous, yeah.
It's enormous, right?
It's enormous.
Now, if you look, if the car is just this solid, what do you think will happen to the engine and transmission when it crashes?
It'll just drop off, right?
It'll get pushed in and the engine will go into the cabin. So if you look here, the bracket for the roll bracket is made of composite plastic.
The part that falls off, yes.
If you look here, this part.
You're right.
If you look here as well, this is also synthetic plastic. What this means is when there's a big collision, this part will break and go downwards.
Even though it has a sturdy structure, things like this are made of synthetic plastic. That's impressive.
It's impressive, isn't it?
It's impressive. Even though we're talking about a front-wheel drive car right now, just looking at it, it feels like we're looking at a rear-wheel drive car. That's right.
So if you look here, you'll see that the front has a unique McPherson structure.
At the front, it uses a McPherson structure instead of a WC one.
It's a McPherson structure, but uniquely, the lower arm uses Giga Steel.
Oh, I thought it would be aluminum, but it's not.
It's the same for these guys too. Yeah, just like our Palisade and Santa Fe have the XRT trim, they also have a separate off-road trim. So they're putting a lot of emphasis on off-road use. That's probably why they're using this. Because at this price point, instead of using aluminum, they use this. Yes.
You can use it, right? There must be a reason they preferred this. Yes.
So, Rome is set up like this. And the Rome bushing, well, even from the Malibu days, Game Master like the Malibu uses this type. If you look here, the Rome bushing uses this type of bushing that attaches to the member like this.
I see.
But it's the same for these guys too. This roll bracket fits into the correct position. Yes, what that means is there's no misassembly. So even without tightening to a specific tolerance, you can always get consistent performance. No matter which mechanic assembles it, you can always get the same feel.
Anyway, looking at this, you can see that it's built solidly to the point where it's under strict supervision for sturdiness.
That's right. And do you want to look at the rear reinforcement? It's the same again. Where the rear cross member ends, they've connected it to the car again. The part we saw earlier, yes, it's impressive. They've reinforced it well with bolts in case it moves when it takes a lot of lateral and longitudinal force.
They've attached it to the chassis. Yes, this is basically the subframe member, right? They've mounted the member itself to the pillars in the front as well. So they've attached it in 4 places like this. That's right, it's unbelievable how they've connected it to the chassis.
And if you look, the size of the member bushing is also huge.
Nothing more to say about this.
There's nothing more to say. This is an American car after all.
No, I think these sizes are pretty much the biggest you can get.
So, when you watch those American police videos on YouTube, you see their vehicles in action. For example, when they hit big trucks, the cars just tip them over. In the case of this Acadia, it has motor-driven power steering in the steering system. Yes, it has variable control motor-driven power steering in the steering system. It felt really good. It's light yet stable in a straight line.
Do you know what I mean? There was a time during our development process when things felt too light, so we only made the stretching heavier, but the actual shape didn't improve and it gave off that kind of feeling.
It's still like that now.
As
for the Palisade, the steering wheel has gotten really heavy because the Palisade now uses a belt-driven, motor-driven power steering, yes, but the steering wheel is really heavy. Driving on the highway requires constant corrections.
It doesn't feel tight, right?
If you look here, the motor-driven power steering has a tie rod that's cast iron. This one, the tie rod, right? Yes, it's cast. So if you follow along here, the thickness of this motor-driven power steering and the size of this rack gear are enormous.
Oh, this? Yes, wow, this is the part that's connected to the rack pinion. It's motor-driven power steering, but since it's the R-type, it's over here. Wow.
But the size of this gear is also really big.
Yes, if you look at it as a packaging type anyway, they put something inside here. They did put it in.
Oh, they put it in, and even included the switchable quad.
They included the switchable one others can't add, and a large capacity, so this is what's inside, right?
So that's why I think it's amazing.
They even made it that sturdy.
And you know, whenever we look at SUVs, do you see the thickness of the stabilizer?
Isn't the stabilizer the best ever?
It's got a 30p stabilizer, 30, yeah. Wow, the diameter is impressive.
This is the first time I've seen one like it. Of the cars I saw yesterday, only this had a diameter over 20.
So, you know, this is what I've always been talking about.
This isn't a hole, this is this.
Whenever I talk about this stabilizer, some people leave comments saying that a thicker stabilizer isn't necessarily better. That's true.
I didn't say that. I never claimed thicker is always better.
That's not the case, but it needs to be appropriate for the class of the car. It has to match the class, and in this car, it's matched accordingly.
So it's equipped according to its purpose, and this car focuses on sturdiness.
That's right.
So that's why it feels so stable. It has great stability.
It has great straight line stability.
It has great grip, yes.
No matter what kind of road you encounter, the car needs to maintain good balance.
The stabilizer plays an important role in keeping the car balanced. To put it simply, the biggest difference between the ION IQ5 and the ION IQ5N is, that's right, the stabilizer. That's correct.
The ION IQ5 has a 16-meter stabilizer, but the 21 one.
That's right.
So the manufacturer knows it too.
That's right, everyone. Just changing that makes the car feel completely different. But people don't really talk about this because there's no money in it. They tell you to change the suspension, but never to change the stabilizer, right? They don't, do they?
Nowhere. Moving to the back like an American car, there's no undercover.
It's not that it was removed.
I didn't remove anything, there was nothing to remove.
Wow, I haven't done anything like this.
For the undercover, I only removed the front engine cover, but if you look at the engine cover, they've also applied it to that part.
Oh.
The engine cover is always just plastic, but they've applied sound-absorbing material on the inside. I see.
It's true that we prefer having an undercover. This also needs to be seen as part of American sensibility, theoretically, right?
American cars don't have an undercover.
Strangely enough, even so, they're quiet.
They're quiet because in our country, car companies advertise that they reduce underbody noise by adding a full undercover.
That's right, that's right.
Even without an undercover, these cars remain quiet.
No, you mentioned Becky Hoon before, right? Yes.
So when we drove the Acadia, it was really quiet. Even though this 2.5 is a gasoline turbo, every time I stepped on the accelerator, there was no droning or booming sound.
We really noticed that droning and booming sound in the Palisade's second row, right? It was pretty bad. But that's not there. And as I mentioned in the Acadia test drive review, it's important that they can make it well, even without that issue.
That's right. And the heat shield and heat plate that Jon Motgård likes are also installed very thoroughly.
No, but isn't everything really solid? I think the thickness is about 1.5, which is pretty thick. Look at this. Even things like this central pipe sound different. Hey, look at this. The sound is different now.
Right.
It's different. It's different.
Right. Even things like this metal is thick. Exactly. This is thick too. Look here. Even the muffler hanger is all made of aluminum brackets.
Okay, our plastic didn't come out.
What plastic is this? It's just a piece of rubber.
It's just a cheap hanger, a simple round piece of rubber. That's what's visible from the back.
So just by looking at things like this, you can tell if the car is an expensive luxury car or not. If you look underneath, you'll notice the fuel tank is unusually long, even for these cars.
Interior.
Shouldn't you lower the car floor to create more space? They made both the fuel tank and fuel low and long, and it needs to have 4 rings again. Because the drive shaft passes through, they split it into 2 sides again.
Yeah, but with the fuel tank, they did pretty well up to this point. Yes, it came up to the middle, up to the back of the first row, but you said it's 4 rings, so what's different? What is it? Suddenly something like this appears.
The drive shaft comes all the way in, and this is the case where it goes into the differential. Wow, that's crazy.
But usually, most cars just have a plain black chunk of metal here. But this one has a separate housing like this.
So not only does it have a housing, but look at how this housing attaches to the chassis. There's even a big bolt here.
Oh, wait, what's this? They've installed a damper here.
Dampers like this are installed, and this is how we know, right? Yes.
This...
Fastened with bolts.
I was touched by this too, in my own way.
This right now.
From this side.
If you look at it like this, the damper.
It's here, right? There's a damper here for shock absorption, and there's another one here too. But even so, with this kind of structure, they went and made it here as well. Yeah, that's crazy. It's really murder.
It's really murder.
It's really murder.
Come in and look. The size of this differential is really big. Since it's front-wheel drive based, what that means is there are a lot of videos saying front-wheel drive isn't good and so on. But how are domestic cars these days? As durability improves and the differential size increases, what about the Santa Fe MX-5 or the Celiuc LX 3-Pelly? Do they have strong torque going to the rear?
That's right. The way you can tell is by looking at the dashboard. Unlike before, it actually shows you now.
Even with the LX 2-Pelly at high speeds, it doesn't really send torque to the rear.
LX2, yes.
I used the 2, so that's correct.
And now I changed the 3.
3 goes backward even at high speed.
Normally, it gives you a bit more, right? The driving force, right? That's because they're confident in the durability of the parts here. That's why it's like that, right?
The durability has improved, and now the size and durability of the parts have also increased.
But even compared to those structures, this one has a completely different structure. The reason we're impressed is because of that, right? Wrapping it like this, if you look at it, earlier we saw the switch hub that distributes the 4-wheel drive power, turning it on and off, and there's a reason for this one too.
If you look at this one, the size of the differential is really big. It's huge. And as you can see, the actuator that controls it is on the top here.
We have something just like that here too.
Yes, the differential is right in the center. So now, we're just making an inference about this. Since I haven't seen this technical document either, it could be that the rear power is split further, but like a left-right limited slip differential, it's kind of electronic.
Additional functions will be provided, correct?
Because, you know, this Acadia, what is it, the off-road version? It has a swing clutch.
AT4, yes?
AT4.
Oh,
That one has a twin clutch, so it sends 100% of the power to the rear.
But it's front-wheel drive?
Yes.
Then you don't really need rear-wheel drive, haha. But still, there are quite a few people who choose rear-wheel drive because of the traction, yes.
It sends a lot of power to the rear, but with a twin clutch, it splits and distributes power left and right too.
So it sends 100% of the power, and then through this actuator, it actively distributes it left and right as well. It's really different. Yes, with other cars, even if they were all-wheel drive, this part looked pretty weak, right? But looking at this example, it has a structure I've never seen before in conventional all-wheel drive vehicles.
So it's actually quite large in size. That means it can push a lot of power. It also means the power sent to the rear is significant.
The power itself is different. And also, but directly Hidu the snake has appeared again. If we were impressed by the 30mm in the current,
Wow.
behind,
Shall we take a look at the stabilizer?
the stabilizer at the back is 28 mm, this one is 28.
Yes, the diameter is 28 mm.
Oh, you measured earlier and this one's 28 mm, right?
It's 28 mm, and if you look at the back, the bracket is also made of alloy, right? That's true.
That's true, that's true. This bracket, oh really, the front has this structure, and right now there's rubber inside. The reason for using an aluminum alloy material for the bracket is definitely because it can reduce vibrations or damping sounds, those hollow tapping noises, so that's why it's made like this.
Let's take a look at the rear suspension. What do you think I'm going to talk about regarding the rear suspension?
First, the suspension uses a multi-link structure.
Yes, the structure itself ends within the crossmember. It has a full multi-link structure, and this means that all the mounting structures end within the suspension frame. There's nothing connected directly to the chassis.
That's right. If you translate this directly to the teleseat has a long trailing arm extending from the end of the chassis to this side. That's right. Compared to that kind of structure, this full multi-link structure is a more advanced design.
The reason why this is much better is because the main subsystem in the front goes down like this.
Yes, it goes down in the front.
And then, in the same direction, the upper subsystem goes in on top.
Yes, the one in the middle near the lake. Yes, the second one.
And then the upper arm, the upper forearm, goes in at the top.
That's the third one we attached two of earlier.
Usually we set up the pool and multi like this too, with 3 parts.
With 3 parts.
Yes, but this one added one more assist system in the front here, the one that goes horizontally.
This way.
Yes.
If you go down this way, there's another reverse type container.
There's the main lower arm, and if you look at it, the offset is huge, right?
You're right, from below, that's true, that's right.
If this is the knuckle, whenever the knuckle moves up and down,
yes,
the rear camber always changes less and has better grip. So this structure is also used in setups with a bit of sportiness, but since this car isn't a sports car, that's how it is.
That's right.
But this structure is actually quite advantageous for rear grip.
Looking at it, it's almost set up in a cross pattern like this.
That's right.
The force structure, yes. So it can receive force from all directions, that's right.
It's very sturdy.
Oh.
Now you see how it's all tangled and mixed together. We can't put aluminum in here now. If we did, it would need to be much thicker, since it's just barely passing through as is, so aluminum would have to be a lot thicker, right? I said this car is front-wheel drive based, right? So what drawbacks come with adding a full multi-link suspension to such a car?
The interior space, yes,
So you have to make it as low as possible, and then use this kind of giga steel to make the arms thinner and lower.
That makes sense. In a way, instead of using a single aluminum lower arm, they chose this structure. It's really sturdy.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
So when it comes to durability, I wouldn't just give this a perfect score of 100 out of 100. I feel like I could give it 200 out of 100.
1,000 points. But honestly, I've never seen or heard of a size like this before. Yeah, it's really amazing.
The member bushing is also really thick. And just like the front, the bolt, the through bolt, this part here is hollow, right?
Yes.
They put a bracket on the chassis to keep it from moving.
On the side, like the frame we saw earlier, it's built with a sturdy structure, right? It's amazing.
So this means that a big car can't follow behind, right? When you actually drive it, you notice the rear is really agile, remember?
The structure is good, including the reinforcement. Honestly, even if something is missing, it feels like this car would keep going without any issues. This kind of thing just can't be shaken, right? Yeah, this structure.
Yeah, the arm that goes to the front left moves, and the main part in the back is holding firm. It's cool.
Even this flat plate here is amazing. It's really incredible, isn't it?
A sturdy structure stands out no matter where you put it.
Don't mention sturdiness to me, yes.
And now I want to check out how solid the car's frame is. If you look here, see how they reinforced between the side main frame and this part? The spacing is really tight too.
This is honestly the first time I've seen this. Didn't they add this later on in vehicles like the Carnival, which had a lot of space in the back? That's right, so they've put it next to this one.
They've done it here too, and even added another layer. Really impressive. Check out this reinforcement. Plus they've reinforced the side sill panel as well.
Why do you think they did this?
They have the muffler and fuel tank here to match the height since the car is centered, right? If the bottom hits something, it protects the fuel tank.
Don't you think one of the purposes is to provide primary protection as well?
Currently, both sides are only matched to the fuel tank area.
You're right, yes.
If the fuel tank tears, especially off-road, it's a major disaster.
Yes.
So I think that's why they set it up like this, for that kind of purpose.
But why is it so delicate? American cars are kind of
Really just,
built tough, you know.
doesn't it seem like it's sturdy and there's nothing else, just like that?
Yeah.
It might seem like it's not delicate, like it was just roughly welded together or something, but that's not the case with this one.
So in a way, if you look at the standards of luxury cars we've seen so far, like the German Big Three, they're all about materials engineering, like using aluminum. But this one is more about design engineering. It's crazy, really crazy.
Because Game Master has something else too, right? There's also the Corvette, isn't there? Oh, they also have the Camaro, right? Camaro. This is a company that also has high-performance supercars.
That's right, yes.
So when these guys design suspensions like this, it's not like they can't do it.
That's right, yes.
But they also own luxury brands like Cadillac and GMC, so they must have the technology to assemble cars with that American luxury feel.
The materials too.
Last time we reviewed the Traverse, the cover unexpectedly fell off and surprised us.
It just popped off and I thought, huh, what's this? That was my impression of Renault.
This one too, it fits really well and cleanly, and it comes with a genuine hitch.
There's nothing to do. You just plug it in as it is and that's it.
Just plug it in right away.
The power is already connected too.
Yes, just plug it in, attach it, and go. And when you plug these in, they even support sway mode. So when you're towing something, it also supports the stability control system.
No, but it did come back too.
Yes.
No, but this kind of material is really sturdy for us. Honestly, I'm sorry to say, but we're on a whole different level.
A really high level. Please try filming here, where you hold the end of the main muffler on top.
This one.
Yes.
No, it's not just made and hung up here carelessly, it's really sturdy.
When you look at domestic car forums or cafes online, what do people do? Muffler dampers, vibration shafts, that's right.
That's right, you understand.
Because luxury cars put weights in the middle of the muffler to prevent it from vibrating.
That's right, they attach or stick on those round-shaped weights. But this one doesn't allow for that. So right now, there's a separate bracket to hold the muffler in place. And yes, the damper is also very sturdy. And there's a separate black rubber part too. Wow, they did it like this. That's impressive, isn't it?
Just tapping places like this feels completely different.
It feels different, and I don't think there would be a dinosaur here.
This too, yes. And if you look at something like the Traverse now, the bumper doesn't come down all the way to the bottom like this.
Oh, yes, yes.
It ends here like this, so you can't really see underneath.
While editing, I found something interesting. Usually right where the hitch is, huh? Wait, is there another member here?
No, this is the hitch towing device, this one.
This is the hitch towing device.
It's connected to the chassis. This is the bumper rail.
The rail.
Now it also serves as the rail.
There was even plastic, and there were thin aluminum ones too. But this one isn't like that. It's just a frame, just a frame.
Looking at this car, I feel that riding in it means you probably won't die easily.
Even if it's a bus or a truck, they probably wouldn't be able to break through this, right?
The car really feels like a tank.
Wow, really?
It's definitely sturdy.
It's very sturdy and tough, like a tank.
Yes, so
Wow.
it's really sturdy.
That's why when we took it for a test drive last time, what we felt was that the car's movement was very stable, right? And we almost forgot that it had 22-inch wheels on, right? I expected it to have an uncomfortable ride, but among the full-size SUVs I've ridden, the third row in this Acadia felt really good. It was very refined. Yeah, there's no undercover, so I thought the bottom might be made of aluminum, but it wasn't. Even just with good tuning and adding sturdy parts, it can be more than enough.
Still, at that price, you expect at least that level of quality. We've only talked about the strengths today, but there are also some drawbacks, some downsides.
Please tell us about the downsides.
The downside is it's an American car.
Why America?
We talked about Chinese cars not long ago, but there hasn't been a case where an American premium brand has succeeded in Korea. GMC also entered the market, and the price is around 89 million won, but the price range is quite ambiguous. But is this car at the Palisade level, or does it have an 8-seater roof? It's probably confusing when I ask these questions, right?
Right, if it's front-wheel drive, it feels like a Palisade, but with four-wheel drive, it's more ambiguous. It definitely seems to have an 8-seater roof, and when you factor in the drive system and luxury, it compares to an 8-seater. But for sturdiness, it's on another level, really like our military tank.
So that's the downside of this car. So the criteria for choosing are unclear. And when you have 89 million won to buy a car, there are a lot of options. There are a lot of cars you can see. In that regard, this car really needs to have a clear merit, something that makes you think, I have no choice but to buy this car. Like the popular Palisade, it doesn't offer a hybrid option.
It lacks the standout features that attract domestic consumers.
That's right.
Even in terms of flashy luxury, it's a bit lacking.
So in that aspect, there's a bit of disappointment.
Nevertheless, after looking at the lower body like this, I can see why the driving feel of this car itself gave me such a good impression, right? Chief, today this GMC makes me wonder whether I should call it the ultimate front-wheel drive or the ultimate game master. It's really something to think about. So it's like the ultimate American muscle.
Well, it's the ultimate American SUV.
Basically. But it's Renault.
Especially in the case of GMC, even though they have the Cadillac brand, they're also kind of the original American luxury brand.
So it's really about that solid durability. That's probably why they also have Hummer.
Yes, that's right.
Looking at the floor now, I see they've put in as much effort as with the driving feel, but there's still a clear difference in why it feels so distinct.
There has to be a difference.
If you're curious too, don't worry about it. Come and take a test drive. And I think today's video showed us why these feelings come out. We've seen a lot of great shoots and luxurious shoots so far. There's a reason why GMC is truly the king of durability.
Right? It definitely has an emotional satisfaction and a sense of luxury, plus it even has this kind of undercarriage.
Yes.
It was really fun.
Chief, thanks for staying late today. Next time I'll bring someone tougher.
What are you going to bring?
Canyon. Canyon, let's check this out, now that I see him. So Canyon is Chevrolet's
Colorado's now.
It's this one.
Calligraphy?
It's a version, since it's calligraphy. In the end, Travis's calligraphy was Acadia. Yes, let's check that. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for today. Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. If this was helpful, please like the video, subscribe and turn on notifications to get accurate new car information quickly. Thank you.